I've just spotted how these guys are all holding their breaths. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2. We've got the game on pause for a moment because I need to start thinking about this base in a bit more logical format so that I can actually ensure that we're actually making the most of it. We're going to need to start sorting out food, although this is saying 0 calories there, it's because we've got it on pause. But also I've just spotted how these guys are all holding their breaths, which is quite funny to catch it at that point. So what I'm actually thinking about is we're creating this new area here for the stress, so we can to control our stress. It's going to be nice and decorative, and we're going to have our massage beds here, and I'll be routing the wires underneath and through the actual tiles so that they're not visible. So that's what's happening there. So I need to start looking at the food. So we've got so far, let's have a look at the seeds. 1. Okay, and it's not even one we can plant. So I can go and come down here and grab these things here. So this mealwood and the bristle blossom, and we can start creating our food production in this area down here. But also what I would like to try and do is start digging out this area, because I'm thinking, because we've lost or so much water is down here already, and this is so unreachable, I need to drop that water level significantly so that they can get this pump sorted out. And if I do it right, so that this area will always be the lower area, we might be able to drop this water in after I've got that pump sorted out. So I'm going to start just laying it all out, and then we'll start playing and go from there. So, no, I can't do anything while they're can I? No, can't do it while it's on pause. Hang on. There we go. Everything's back. Right, now I can. Now I can. Okay, so I think just having that sort of area for them to work on will be sufficient to start with. Let's actually get that priority up on here. Don't go and block themselves in somewhere. Something stupid. Like that. You're holding your breath there. What's the oxygen like? Really poor. Right, we really need to get some oxygen production going here. So, actually going to do all the way along there. Let's get this a priority 7. Everybody just gets on and does that, otherwise he is going to really struggle. He is really struggling. Come on, let's get that sorted. Don't want to lose my first dupe within a matter of hours. See, you're still going over there. Now where are you going? We'll get some oxygen. Right, so let's get some wires in situ. Okay. We can deconstruct that one because they're not going to utilize that one at any time soon. What's going on here? Let's get some surge running. So we've now got our new aqua tiles, or they were in the last update, but we've now got the farming tiles as well. So fertilizer maker, hydroponic farm. Okay, cool. I think I need oxygen is going to become such a serious issue. So I think I'm going to have to go down this route of getting something that can turn this water into oxygen directly. So we've got new battery power switches, bridges. Okay, that one was, yeah, farming. Okay, cool. They're going to bed. Okay, so let me just talk you through what I'm thinking here. We've got a number of planter boxes here. I think I'll only be planting half of these, and I'm going to be trying some of the new, let's go into the food, some of these new aqua farms, or these ones here. So I think that's probably what I'm going to be using. What does that say? Run speed 50%, affects fertilization. Oh, okay. Single crop with the seed. Cool. I need to have a look at what those are, what they can be. But I think these planter pots may not actually do what I want it to do. Therefore, I'm going to take those out for the time being. Create one and see what we get from that. No, I don't want 9. Doing 9. So I want this sorted out. So I want this area here to be 7. That's copy settings. Perfect. So they'll get those in, and that will actually start to improve everything there. These higher priority. Okay, with food, that's good. Doing. Speed these guys up. So maybe I need to put these on a 7. Bed will be a 9 anyway once it's actually got some power. Okay, that bed's only a 5. That might explain why they weren't necessarily as well. Why they weren't using it as effectively as I thought they should have. Okay. Reconstruct buildings. I want to get rid of those. And the wiring that's there, if I just have duplicated the wire, so that's all coming out anyway, so that's not an issue. Okay, so toilet's getting clogged. Okay, so what have you learnt? Power. Okay, so your athleticism has increased, which is good. Oh, not 9. I will remember. Honest, I will remember not to use 9 all the time. I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap off this water. So this is the only entrance and in and out, so that potentially if I get any issues with vomiting, then I don't get my water polluted. That's my thoughts behind it anyway. Where are they at with that? Have they done these? Are we sorted now for wires? Yes, we are. So let's deconstruct wires. That one. Because it will go into bed. Where are you sleeping? You won't be using that bed, will you? Why aren't you going to bed? Oh. That's interesting. She didn't go to bed. I am surprised about that. Dude, I want wire. Go. Let's start research again. So we've now got some water that we can turn to oxygen, and I want to start getting my power sorted out, because I can start planning how I actually use the power cables and the converters and everything else, and that will make things a lot easier. I'm going to dig out this section here, well, and deconstruct this. I don't need these now. Okay. Shame I've not got any hatches over here to pick up the polluted dirt. That's interesting. That's either it's fallen down through the tile, or it's acting like the air scrubbers. So you know when the air scrubbers are placed down, and fine, go to it. No, I haven't got the air deodorizer yet, but it'll drop the clay underneath the actual air scrubber, and that looks like where it's done there as a mound rather than anything else. Quite interesting. Priority. No, that's done, please. You're 7. Low air pressure. Yeah, I know I've got a problem there. Got my oxygen getting, or my carbon dioxide being captured and dealt with at this side, but I feel like it can work its way through. Good. Okay. Starting to have a problem with food, so that's on auto harvest. So yeah, don't want to cancel uproot. Don't want to uproot at this moment in time. Tell you what, you just you stop watching what's going on for a moment in this, and everything can just break loose and go wrong. Yeah. That'll be my last, that last level. So go like that. Right, has she actually been to sleep for this last cycle? I don't think she has. I honestly don't think she has. So I think what I'm going to do is... Food decay. Yeah, thank you. I think I am going to do a high priority dig. Take out all this. And before I put any more research in place, I'm going to get these deconstructed and get fresh beds put in place so everybody can sleep. Now, I don't have a problem with any loud sleepers, which is good. So hopefully they won't mind sleeping so close to each other if we can get the decor above all sorted out as well. It'll be good. So Frankie, Murphy, Niles. Okay, so stress is not doing too bad. We need to start getting some more oxygen in here. And we've got heavy duty wires and our new power transformer. Wonderful. And what I'm actually thinking of, because these new wires, they've got like -25 up to 6 mile radius. Now I wonder whether you can actually put those behind walls and it will block the decor effect because they can't see them. I wonder. So that's something I want to try, so that we can actually have all the unsightliness of the heavy wireage out of the site, and therefore not affecting the dupe's happiness. Right, okay, so we want a biodistillery, we want air deodorizer. That's what we're going to go for. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that for the time being. I do love the fact that you don't have to keep managing these. Does make a big difference. Right, okay. So we can put sleet wheat, blossom, and mealwood in there. Obviously, sleet wheat needs to be in the cold bio. So let's put in a mealwood in here, and I also want to. I think I'm going to put in hydroponic. No, the standard farm, but requirements: intake liquid. Okay, I think they're the ones I actually really want. Think. Dig out this section as well. Now these can obviously be used as tiles for your actual base, so I can actually, you know what, I'm going to cancel 2 of those. Once this one's made, I'll have a look at what we can actually plant into it, and go from there. Need to start capturing these hatches as well, so that we can actually start getting some coal production out of them. And also dealing with my little problem with pollution. So let's see what goes on here. Okay. Increase priority on those 2. Actually, on that one, actually. Why don't I always do everything I'm thinking? No seeds selected. I want plants. Okay. Alright, so I can now plant. Okay, yeah. So if I have this in here, this mealwood, click on there. Let's get a standard. Okay, yields doesn't actually tell you what you actually need on that. Right, the details. No. Let's drop one in here. Let's see what's. No, needs a liquid in pipe. Yes. Polluted water. Okay, so polluted water for those. Okay. Need to get a oxygen. And there we go, air scrubber. Need to get an air deodorizer running quite quickly. We'll get cancel dig. Okay, so that should yeah, don't mind doing that for the time being. That is actually going to be a 9 because I really need to get this oxygen sorted out. It's starting to be a little bit of a problem, and pressure is extremely poor, so that should be going for quite some time without any issues, so that's good. We're getting oxygen given off here as well, so that will all help. And more sand there, so that won't fall. And I think we'll go for different research. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the filtration. Yeah, filtration next. Not really necessarily needed at this moment in time because I haven't worked out how best to align everything, but it will allow me to start planning everything else out. What I'm thinking of is I have a double wall here. In my previous games, I've always had all my food production and my sleeping quarters and eating everything together. So what I'm thinking of doing this time round is to try and keep my sleeping quarters totally separate to the rest of the base. So, and I think I also want to have the de-stressing facility enabled within the what's going on here? Food shortage harvest. That is a. I'll get that done. Go and get some food. I really want to get control of keeping everything tip top in that sense. So once that's opened up, that's got good air pressure. That should help allow a lot of the gases, essentially natural gas, to go up. If it is lighter, in fact, tell you what calls it natural gas. No, I don't think it does. Or it does. If it does, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so, all right, we're back up to decent food again, and hopefully just sweep those actually, because really don't want those hatches from helping themselves to the food again. There's two up there. I've got one sat there on its own. Okay. He ain't going anywhere, is he? Right, so that's going on. They're going in. Hang on, what's going on with this power? That power is 1,000 maximum, and we're nowhere near it. So why aren't these working? Why aren't they going to them? Oh, because I've set the thing. Knock this down. 40 where I want the stress level. Oh, that'll explain it. I thought when I built the those two, it taken those settings from there, but obviously it was my mistake again. Okay, so let me just pause this for a second. So we now got this section being excavated as well, and I think that these. See what temperature does it need? Wants a temperature for 18 to 22. What are we on? Okay, so we're in the range there. That's going to be too warm down here. Okay, but it wants polluted water. Wonder. Let me uproot this. I'll plant, I think, a bristle blossom for the time being and see what that actually requires. He looks very lonely there, doesn't he? Pinching my resources. I think I am going to have to. Take that up. Try and get that food from up there before it gets pinched again by that hatch. Not touching that rotted food yet, so that'll convert to polluted dirt and they'll quite happily take that. We also need to sweep, not mop, sweep sleeping chambers and stress relief area. Otherwise they will get stressed just because it's a mess. Let's have a look at the that's not too bad. Considering these aren't actually populated yet, that's not too bad at all. I'm going to leave a gap either side on here, but now I've got... Maybe I won't then. Oh. So this is just warming up down here. Ooh, sweet wheat grain down there. Did I see anything else up here? Okay. Looks like we've got a natural gas geyser here, so we can use that with the power. It's power, you idiot. Go to power. Gonna be the where is it? Is it plumbing? Maybe I'll come back to that a bit later. Yeah, you can use it with the new energy converter, wherever we've got for that, and that should then become self-perpetuating. Be good. Utilize that to the best of our ability. So that's now opened up. So let's just sweep in that's rotten meal. You know what? I'm going to cancel those two, because that will give the hatch something to eat. I'm wondering about letting this hatch out so we can start looking after this lot here. Again, if I do that in tiles, you can get in and across quite easily. I think that's probably the best thing to do, so we can start utilising his specific capabilities. You can go up there, yeah, that's why I not picked that up. He's a right noisy eater. More research. Get this. Okay. Really want to start using more people. Game. So let's just leave you concentrating on your research. Get this lot sorted out. So awesome now. He's made that one, that's it, perfect. We'll then just get rid of those. And then work his way down here quite happily. Take out polluted dirt. Copy setting. Perfect. 9, I'm not losing that. There we go. He's picking up our polluted dirt, which is good. Okay. Right, I need to get that sorted. So where are we at? We've got that opened up. We've now got decent oxygen concentration building up. Let's look at that. Yeah, that's really good. That got people idle, which is never a good sign. So let's just work our way with that. Guys can just start digging that out as well. But I'll put higher priority on that. So hopefully everything doesn't fall down. They work their way through it. Cool. Stress isn't too bad. Dig out here next. Okay. I think we need to just start concentrating on down here, because this little electrolyzer, or this little algae deodorizer, doesn't make sense that it's a deodorizer when it produces oxygen. It's not deodorizing anything, it's just producing oxygen. Got your other deodorizers, which is an air deodorizer, that just filters it, so it's really the wrong name, I think, for that. But hey ho, I ain't worried. Oh, we got a couple of puffs down here. Few thimble reeds as well, so that's good. We can use that to start producing our clothes. We've got thimble reed in here as well. Really? And it's actually it's reached maturity in this area? Okay. That was interesting. Hang on, why are you standing around idle? You've got all this lot to dig out, so what's the priority on that? Change this to 5. Maybe you'll go and do something. Why aren't you digging? Can you not reach it? Ah, you can't reach it. You should be able to get on with that. So what can we make now? So we've got our water purifier, the bio, and the fertilizer maker, which is good. And we've got a gas filter and a gas pump, so that's we're going to be able to. Ooh, fleeing? Who's fleeing? You down here. Move you both. Frankie, come on. Murphy, move. Okay. So we've got a hatch down there, which is not a great thing because I want to flood this area. Okay. We've now got what we've got in here. Oh, we've got the coal generator. Okay, so that's good. It's a shame you can't catch these hatches and move them elsewhere. I think someone made a comment on a previous. No. Oh, good. It didn't start attacking. I think someone made a comment on a previous video about these hatches are like herding cats, and the only way to herd cats is, if you've got cats, you'll know, is food. They will go wherever there is food. And we've got another hatch down here. Let's get you up here. Get up there. So they should have forgiven him. He's fleeing now. They've forgiven us. Someone keeps dropping food. They pick up food and then drop it. Highly frustrating. What I'll also do is get some more storage so I can control what these hatches are actually eating. Do like that. You move. I've got 3 down here now. Or was one of those? No, one of those was buried in the ground where he was digging out, which is never a good thing. Okay, so they'll fly through that. Up. Sweep that. That. Go on those bits. Means I haven't got my food working properly yet. Although I do have actually got... Ah, they have finally got this sorted out, which is good. Okay, so I can actually get some electrical power going up. So because... I wonder... This wire... Have... That... Yeah. I'm going to do that. Dig out this area here. Actually do that. Let's achieve those. We're out with research. Only got our natural gas generator, that's what it was. I think what it was called. So we've only got a little bit of research to actually go, which is really good. To be up to cycle 19 and to be nearly there with just 3 dupes, I think that's pretty good going. Great, sweep that up as well. Got polluted dirt there, so at least our little friend here will deal with that. Harvesting, which is good. Not sweeping it. Any food should. You know, I'm putting it down as priority 8. Actually put it in the actual food container. I'm going to reduce this stress down because up to 20% I don't really want them getting too high. So now they're actually reducing their stress as they sleep, which is good. So it makes a massive difference actually putting their cots onto proper tiles. So this decor level is having a positive effect opposed to having the cots on standard stone. So bear that in mind playing it. Let me get it done. I need to, once this is out of the way, I need to work out a way of blocking off these hatches so that they stay one side of where this water's going to go, because I don't want to lose them. I think I can do this. You know what? I'm going to priority sweep this lot. Then I'm actually going to close off this area so I can open up the go on, get that last one. Perfect. No! There we go. There. Cancel those. Oh, there's a food there. Let's get rid of that. Then build that. Yeah. I wonder whether I really need to flood that area yet or not. Okay, well it's safe now for the time being. Hopefully that's not enough water there to, once that would be dug out, for that to cause that to break. I don't think. Because that would be leveled out. Okay, what I'm thinking here is to get myself a transformer down here that's connected to this heavy watt wire, and then have that connected round to these circuits here. And that way, let's just plan it in actually. Then I can actually put a coal generator at the top, so that's going to be there. Pop him here. Put in our floors. Pause that for a moment. We're going to put our floors there. Have gas permeable tiles, because we're going to close. No. Closing off down here. So we want gas permeable tiles there. This is going to come out, so we deconstruct the building. And then we're going to have this power cable working its way there. This one its way. Actually, because I want to put a wall there, don't I? That's why. So let's move him over. So once, yeah. I wonder whether I can put that. Should be able to. Yeah. Oh no. No, it doesn't like that, does it? Okay, so I'll have to let go round. That wire needs to go to there. That one I have to go this way. Go through internals rather than the external wall. Okay, so that will then give us the power, the heavy duty. I do love the colouring on this wire. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so rest is starting to build up. That will self-sorted, so that will give me 1000 watts. So what have I got currently on here? I've got 700. Put a bit more once these are out of the way, and then I can start extending up. I want to basically put all my power and everything at the top. Look at my temperature. I don't want anything that's going to be too hot down the bottom, because that'll just obviously heat rises and then it'll just affect the rest of this base. So I'm thinking that I want to get a coal generator up here. We've got a lot of polluted water, so if I can also utilize this natural geyser here, and with that natural gas without allowing it to escape too much. I think if I manage that effectively, we can have a lot of power coming into the main circuit, which is what I kind of really want. I'm really looking forward to these new wires. Look at that date score. Yeah, that is really affecting it. Heavy watt wire, heavy watt. Brief that is 6 tiles, 2, 6. So it's literally that bit of wire is affecting this here. So we need to get this all dug out, built, and then hidden with the stone. So I think that is a must. In actual fact, yeah, I need to dig it out first so that can happen. Okay. Right. So these hatches are quite happy there. He's happy over here. I'm not losing any more food. A little bit more stable. I haven't got my own food production up and running yet, which is pretty poor for the second, well, up to cycle 20. I'm surprised I'm actually able to cope with all the additional food that's around. I could do with probably actually breaking into this and collecting some of these this sleep wheat, etc. Might as well utilize that. So, but I think we'll call it a day on this episode. I hope you've enjoyed what we've actually achieved in this episode, and the fact that you know, I make just as many mistakes as the next person. Just pause it there. If you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up, give us some comments, give us some thoughts. As I said in the first episode, I'd like to start involving you guys in the videos by naming the dupes. I've already had a couple of suggestions, of which I'm waiting for a few more, and then I will actually start naming them in the Sunday night episode, which will be tomorrow night. We're actually going to release try and release one video per day as we get until we get our base up to a decent level, and then I'll have to do some more spreading it out a bit more so I can actually work out how best to do things. So until next time, that's Murphy out.